It was a dark and stormy night as Emma drove down the deserted highway, her mind consumed with thoughts of her husband's infidelity. She was headed to a secluded cabin in the woods where she planned to spend the weekend alone and sort out her feelings. As she made her way deeper into the forest, the rain began to pour down harder and the wind howled louder. Emma's nerves were on edge and she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Finally, she arrived at the cabin and stepped out of her car, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. But as she approached the door, she noticed something strange. There were no footprints leading up to the cabin, despite the rain. Shaking off her unease, Emma entered the cabin and immediately noticed that something was off. The furniture was covered in a thick layer of dust and the air had a stale, musty odor. As she wandered through the empty rooms, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The storm continued to rage on outside, the sound of thunder and lightning making it nearly impossible for Emma to relax. She tried to calm herself by lighting a fire in the fireplace, but even the warmth of the flames couldn't chase away the feeling of unease. As she settled onto the couch, Emma noticed a piece of paper sitting on the coffee table. It was a note, written in a shaky hand, warning her to leave immediately. "You're not safe here," the note read. Emma's heart raced as she realized she might not be alone in the cabin. She tried to leave, but found the front door was stuck. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped inside with whoever left the note. She searched the cabin for a phone, but there was no signal. She was completely cut off from the outside world. As the night wore on, Emma heard strange noises coming from outside the cabin. It sounded like footsteps, but whenever she looked out the window, there was no one there. The feeling of being watched grew stronger and stronger. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore. She grabbed a flashlight and ventured outside through the window to investigate. The storm had cleared and the moon cast an eerie glow over the forest. As she searched the area, she stumbled upon an old shed hidden in the trees. As she approached the shed, she noticed a foul odor emanating from within. Slowly, she opened the door and was hit with the sight of dozens of dead animals, their bodies strewn across the floor. And in the corner, sat a figure in the shadows. As Emma shone her flashlight on the figure, she realized with horror that it was her husband. He had followed her to the cabin, intent on killing her for discovering his affair. The feeling of unease she had felt all night was the sense that she was being watched by the person she thought she loved. In a desperate fight for survival, Emma managed to escape the shed and flee into the woods. She eventually stumbled upon a ranger station and called for help. The police arrived and arrested Emma's husband, who was found guilty of multiple counts of animal cruelty and attempted murder. But Emma could never shake the feeling of being watched, of being in danger, long after the incident. She learned the hard way that sometimes the people we love can be the ones who hurt us the most.